Hello everyone, welcome to my video on how to make your very own Mickey Pumpkin Halloween coaster. All crochet terms are UK ones. Enjoy! To make your Mickey Pumpkin coaster, you're going to need some orange yarn. I've gone for the Hayfield Bonus Chunky in burnt orange. And for my pumpkin top, I've gone for emerald, again in bonus chunky. You'll need a 6mm crochet hook, some scissors and a needle. So to start off with, I'm going to do the magic ring. And we're going to chain 2. And then I'm going to do 11 trebles around the ring, so we should have 12 in total. That's 8. Ten. 11. Should be 12, including your first 2 chains. This is a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. And we're going to pull our ring closed. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the top of that first stitch. Right, so start should look like that. And then for the next round, I'm going to chain 3, or chain 2, sorry. And then I'm just going to do 1 treble into this one. And then all the next stitches, I'm going to do 2 in each stitch. So by the end, you should have 24 trebles. So we've already got 2, and these next 2 will be 4. These are so simple to do, and they do build up really quickly, particularly in this chunky yarn. That's why I do like using this yarn. It's really nice to crochet with, and it looks really nice on all the finished products. Oh, missed a bit there, it's a bit stringy. I do like this burnt orange colour as well. I think it's a perfect pumpkin colour. There we go. Should have 24, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, oh no, 2 more. Right, that is round 2 complete. So again, just going to slip stitch into the top of that first chain. And then round 3 to go, which is the final round of the head. So like I say, this builds up really quickly. They're really quick to do. So again, gonna go over to here and I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to do another treble in that one, but this round's slightly different. You basically do 2 trebles in one stitch, so that will count as our 2 trebles. Then the next stitch we're just going to do 1 treble, and then the next stitch 2 trebles. So you're just alternating 1 and 2. And by the end of this round you'll have 36 stitches or trebles. So we're done, so that's a 2. Two, yeah. Oh, I've messed up there. Oh, yeah, that one should be another 2 in that one. So 2 in there. That's right. So that's a 1. And then a 2. One. And a 2. Oops. One, 2. One. And this should be 2. Let's have a quick count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. The final stitch goes in here, and then we have 36 trebles all the way around the edge, and I'm going to slip stitch into this one here, and that is Mickey's head done. So I'm going to get my scissors and my needle, and I'm just going to snip that off and then tidy up my ends. You have to pull these in quite tight for your circle just so it doesn't slip undone and come loose. So I'm just gonna go through here a few times and pull it nice and tight. Like so. Snip that off. Right. and a zigzag about with this one. Cut that off. Oh, and then we have Mickey's head complete. So now we're going to start the ears. Right, the ears are even easier, but they are slightly different because I don't have as many stitches in each round. Obviously you're going to need to do this twice for 2 ears, so we're going to start off again with a magic circle, and we're going to chain 2, but this time we only need to do 7 trebles into the ring, so kind of 8 stitches basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With our chained ones, it's like equivalent of 8. So we're going to pull that tight. There we go. And we're going to slip stitch into the top there. Oop. Oop. Alright, so I've slip stitched into the top of that one. Just check that you do have, there should be 8 stitches around the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because for round 2 you're just going to do 2 trebles into each stitch. So you make sure you have 16 stitches by the end, because sometimes you can go into the wrong chain and end up with more or less. So round 2, nice and simple. We're now just going to do 2 trebles into each stitch, and then that is the ear, well, the first ear done. So again, really simple. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Final 2. 15. 16. And again, you're just going to slip stitch to the top there. And that is your ear done, or your first ear done. But when you cast off on these, you need to remember we need to leave a tail because to attach it to Mickey's head. So I'll leave about, what's that, about 20 centimetres, ample enough. And pull that through there. So don't cut this bit off. Obviously neaten this bit up like we did on the head. Then you need to make another ear, and then we'll attach them. Right, so we should now have our Mickey head done and our 2 ears done with long tails left, so we can now attach them onto Mickey's head. So what I always do here is where this is finished off and this bit sticks up, I always pull that through from the front, so the more attractive side that you have on show. Oh, this is all gone. Hang on, snip that off. Try that again. That is the only downside with this yarn, is this is a bit stringy. Right, try again. So I then have it on the side we're going to see, and then I just pull this bit through across the front there, just so it's got a neater finish. And then we'll attach it onto his head. And I always cheat here as well, like where I've finished off here and it doesn't look as neat, we can put the ear there, just so it's a bit, just hide that bit a bit. So line up where you want your ear to go, and then you're just basically going to go through the top of each stitch from the ear to the head. Like that. Back through there. That's it. It's attached, nice and easy. And spin it over, and then on the back of it, just feed through the yarn and then snip it off. Just make sure it's all pulled nice and tight so it doesn't all come undone. And we're going to do exactly the same thing with the other ear. So let's start with, I'm just going to feed this end through to the back. Like that. And then I normally leave about 4 or 5 stitches. So we feed through one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I go through on that one? Or are they a bit close? Maybe I'll go on a 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it says 5. Because remember, we've got to fit our pumpkin top in yet. See how this looks. If you don't like it, then you can easily move it up or down a stitch How does that look? Look about right. Yeah, I think that's about right. Then we're going to have room for our little green bit in the middle, little pumpkin top. So feed that through here. Actually, I've gone too far with that one, haven't I? Just leave it like that, I think. Don't want wonky ears. All right, so we go back through, and then we can finish off back here. Before I cut off my yarn, just make sure I'm happy with the ear placement. Yeah, I think he looks good. He's ready for his pumpkin stalk. For the finishing bit, we get our emerald yarn. And we're just gonna pick a stitch. It's somewhere in the middle. So probably go for this one. And it's nice and simple. All we're going to do is chain 10. So we pull that through and then just chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then in the next, so not this top one, but this next stitch down, we're going to do double crochet this time, not trebles, and we're going to do 4 double crochets in each chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do that in each chain all the way to the bottom, and then you'll end up with that like twisty top, like the wiggly worms you can crochet. So it's ever so simple. 1, how many have I done now? 1, only 3. Oops. Nearly there. As you can see, it kind of curls up on as you're going along. It's going to get a bit tricky. Luckily, there's not too many to do. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. This one's a bit small. 2, 3, 4. Right, and the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. It's all done. So we're gonna cast off. Pull that through, and you've just got to neaten up this top bit here. Right. That's my needle. Alright, so just feed this back up into this green bit. You can see. Just so you don't want to feed it into the orange bit because obviously it'll stand out. And you can kind of use this to get your stalk how to be positioned how you want it to be. Turn that one off. And just do this one, and then we're there. So just again, tuck it up into the back of the stalk, like so. And like that. And there we have one finished Mickey pumpkin coaster. Really, really easy to make, like I say, so quick, build up really quickly. I've made these with all different hook sizes and all different kinds of wool. So have a go and experiment. You might want different colour combinations or wool types, but me personally, I liked the chunky yarn. I like the finish of it. And on a 6mm hook, it means it's quite a bigger coaster to put your mug or your wine glass on, so it fits on there nicely. Because obviously you've got to make allowances for where the stalk sits, because you don't want to be putting your cup or your glass on there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed following along and making this with me. I do have other Disney crochet items on the channel, so please subscribe and have a check out my other items. There is another Mickey pumpkin Halloween idea as well. So thanks a lot and enjoy.